Alrighty, folks. Hope you guys are doing good. I'm doing pretty good myself. Today, we're going to put some decals on some models. So this is a kind of experimentation for me. I've never done this. I've never put decals on models before. I have been watching some videos. I did buy some supplies that I think will help. But yeah, this is my first time ever doing this. I know some of you guys have probably done the decal thing quite a bit before. I have not. So yeah, with that being said, we'll just kind of jump into it. This is a pretty unserious video today. It's probably going to run a bit long because we're going to do these decals, but we've got these two guys right here. So these are the Mini GT BMW M3s, the JPS cars that raced back in '87. Very cool liveries. We're actually going to start with the number 3 first because this one's a bit cheaper and easier to find. This was just an Australia exclusive. This one was actually from the Australia Diecast Expo in 2023. So this one is pretty limited. I think they only made 1,200 of these. So we're going to do the easy to find one first, and then we'll do the more expensive one if everything goes smoothly. That way I'm not ruining an expensive model. But we've got them both right here. I'll probably set the number 44 car back there. So here is the car. Next to me, to the right, I've got my computer up. I've got some photos of the car, so I know where to put all these decals. And speaking of which, we've got the decals right here. So this is the little decal sheet that Mini GT sent with them. So you've got the JPS logos, John Player special lettering, and then some small ones down there. So I've done some research. I know exactly where all of these go. So that's all taken care of. Here's the other decal sheet. This goes to the other car. We'll set it back there with it. But yeah, we've got some cotton swabs to clean up excess water. We've also got some Q-tips. We've got a little bowl right here for the water. We've got some scissors. I've got a razor blade. I've got some tweezers. And I think that should be all I need. I also do have some of this. This is Mr. Mark Softer. This is a softening agent. And then we also do have Mr. Mark Setter. These are by Mr. Hobby, if you guys aren't aware. This stuff's pretty cheap. You can pick it up. Probably last the rest of your life. So this one kind of like melts the decal onto the surface, and then this one softens up the decal. I also did buy this. It's a clear top coat. I don't know that I'm going to use this, but I figured I'd buy it anyways just in case I end up needing it. But yeah, we've got these. I probably don't really need these. These probably aren't super necessary. You could probably get by with just water and be totally fine. But yeah, I don't know. I guess we'll just see how it goes. I'll probably try using them on the first one just as an experiment, and we'll see how well they work, or if it just makes a mess and makes my life way harder. So yeah, with that being said, I guess we can go ahead and get some water in this dish. Don't need a lot. Probably about like that. So we will set that right there. I'm going to try to get everything set up. So we will need to cut out the decals. I also do need to make sure the surface of the car is clean. I'm sure that would help. So we'll take one of these cotton pads and I'm just going to quickly clean off. I think we'll do the one on the hood first. So one of the big JPS logos will go right above where this 3 is. So we'll just kind of get all the fingerprints and oil and dust off of that. It looks pretty good. A little bit right there. So yeah, it'll go right front and center, right up here on this middle part of the hood. I think that one will be the easiest to start with. So car, we've got the surface cleaned off. We'll go ahead and get these caps opened up. And I'll set these back here. So get these opened. And also, I know, like I said, I'm sure a lot of you guys have done decals and stuff like this before. So if you have any advice for me, and if I'm like totally like messing something up by using these, definitely let me know. Let me know your advice, because I probably will do more of this in the future. There's a couple more Mini DTs that I want to get that did come with decals. And I just think it'd be so cool to have like all the JPS stuff on it. And I think the models look better with the decals on. So yeah, if you guys have any tips or tricks for me, definitely let me know. I'm a complete newbie. I admit it. I have aside from the videos that I've watched, I have no idea what I'm doing. So yeah, I've got a little piece of cardboard over here so that I can cut out the decals. So I think I'll go ahead and do that. We'll cut out the first one. Can't really show it on camera, but basically just taking this razor blade, and we'll just be very careful, and we'll cut out the decal from the sheet. So go ahead and do that. Luckily for these cars, there's not a ton of decals. It's there's honestly really not too much, but it's still with decals, it's one of those things where you got to have a steady hand, you've got to be patient, you got to take your time, you've got to have the right supplies, and you kind of have to know what you're doing ahead of time, which is why I've done some research and kind of know what I'm doing. So, all right, let's see. Okay. It's also kind of hard to cut some of these real small pieces out. All right, there we go. So we've got the first one cut out, and I've got it right here, this little JPS logo. So now I'm gonna set this blade off to the side and also move this over here so it's not in my way. And all right, so let me make sure I've got everything ready. So obviously, you put the water decal in the water. I think most people say, about 15, 20 seconds is perfectly fine. And then you can grab it out with the tweezers. And then you can also have a Q-tip, and you kind of just slide it off the thing onto the car, and then you can position it. But we are going to add the extra step of doing these, I think. So the softer goes on first, the softer goes on first, and the setter goes on second. So we'll go ahead and put the decal, just use my fingers for that. We'll just go ahead and put the decal in there, kind of push it down, make sure it gets saturated. It flipped upside down, hopefully that's okay. So now we'll grab just a little tiny bit of this, and we will just apply some right there, right where that decal is going to be going. Okay, let that sit. This decal honestly should be ready. So we'll go ahead and try to grab it out. Oh my gosh, can't even get it out of the water. Okay, let's grab it. Make sure I have this positioned well enough. Hopefully that was enough time to have it soaked. So I'm gonna try to position this a little bit better so we can see it. But yeah, hopefully this comes off. Might need to soak it for a little longer. Oh, nope, it looks like it's sliding off. So let's just go ahead and slide it off. We'll get rid of this. Now we should be able to take our Q-tip and kind of adjust it a little bit. Might need something a little bit more rigid. Oh crap. Let's see here. Just need to kind of turn it a little bit. Let's see. I might have messed it up, guys. I actually might have messed this one up. I don't know if I didn't have enough water under it or what, but as soon as it hit the top of that car, it kind of just glued itself down. And I cannot move the decal anymore. So this one is a little bit crooked. Dang it, that sucks. That's why we're doing it on the cheaper one first. I mean, honestly, it's centered pretty well, but maybe a little bit offset. But yeah, it is crooked. That sucks. I don't know how to. Yeah, it like I said, and maybe it's because I use that. Maybe I shouldn't be using that under it. But pretty much as soon as that decal hit the roof, the hood right here, it kind of just cemented itself. I tried to gently move it, but it was not having it. So that sucks. I messed up. But hey, this is a learning process. That's why we're here. So yeah, now that I have messed up, I will probably, I don't know, probably get another one of these to retry. And that's why we're obviously not doing the expensive one first. But yeah, crooked, very crooked on that one. So I don't know. Should we call it there, or should we try to do more of them? If I butcher the whole thing, I don't know that we'll even post this video. But I'm kind of just messing around with it. But yeah, that looks kind of bad. I messed up on that. So I'm just gonna try it with water first, and then see how it does, I think. So let me cut out another one and see how it goes. I'm sure some of you guys are probably screaming at me while you're watching this, like, oh, don't do that, don't be using that, do it this way. But hey, there's only one way to learn and get better at something, and that's just doing it. It's just practice. So, and this, like I said, this model is not super expensive, so if we do mess up all the decals on this one, we can get another one. Won't be a super big deal. Obviously, it's more money that I have to spend, but okay, so we got another one cut out. So this time, let's try doing it. I probably should have done it without that extra stuff back there first. I honestly think it's fine without the extra chemicals, but let that soak. Now we'll try to do the one on the side of the car right here. So we'll let that soak just a little bit, kind of push it down so it gets saturated. Well, that sucks. That really does suck. That's unfortunate. I mean, it's not like terrible. Like, yeah, it is very crooked, but I've seen these companies put decals on worse themselves, so I don't know. It's pretty bad though. It's a little bit off-centered and it's very crooked, but I don't know. That's all we can do is practice and try. So, all right, this one, that should be enough soaking for this one. So let's go ahead and get it out. Grab it with the tweezers, get the car on its side right here. Actually, I want to hold this from the other side. Might just take some water and get some water on the surface right there to begin with. And now, let's see. Uh-oh, maybe this one's not soaked enough? This one might not have soaked quite enough, which is interesting because this one's not really wanting to slide. Interesting. Very interesting. So we'll soak it for just a little bit longer. The decal's not wanting to slide off the paper on this one, which is odd because the first one slid off super easily. All right, let's try it now. There we go. So we got it sliding off. Okay, drop that. Now let's kind of take this and see if we can move it around a little bit. That looks pretty good to me. It might be a little bit crooked. Oh, I just messed it up. Because the top of the J is supposed to line up with the lines on the top right there. That looks pretty good to me. It's a little bit off-center, but I think for my first time and my hands not being the most steady, I think that's probably the best that one's going to come out. And that one... yeah, definitely. I definitely think this stuff kind of made it adhese faster than I needed it to, but got all the excess water off of it, and it's on there really solid. Like that's it. Honestly, I don't think I need this stuff. I really don't. Like that's on there. There's not any ugly there's not really any ugly outlines or anything around it. So yeah, okay, so that was my mistake, is using this stuff. I think, now, I know this stuff is really big in doing, when you're doing, Gundam figures and stuff, so maybe it's meant to be used more on plastic than die-cast metal, but All right, well, we've got two of them so far. Obviously, the one front and center is messed up, but that one doesn't look too bad. Not too bad on that one. So let's move on to the last JPS logo. Get it cut out real quick. And then we'll be on to the small and harder ones. All right, there it is. All right, last one. Of course, it's going to go on the door on this side. So let's go ahead and get this one soaking. Get that fully submerged right there. Well, I'm very curious to know what you guys have to say about this one. I'm having fun. I think this is really interesting, but yeah, that's unfortunate. That is unfortunate, but it's myself to blame. This one turned out good though, but that one is dang it. But we've still got a lot to go on this car, so all right, let's that should be enough soaking. Maybe just let it go a little bit longer just to make sure that it's well, let's see if we can get it now. All right, so let's grab our Q-tip, get the water moved back, and let's see if we can get just a little bit of water on there. Now slide it off. There it comes. Okay, now let's do this quick so it doesn't dry up on me. We got to move this one up. Come on, move up, please. Come on now. There we go. It's definitely don't like to slide. I don't know if I need more water on the actual car. If we can bring it down just a little bit, it'd be like perfect. Nope, not quite that much. Need it a little bit higher. Maybe a little bit more to the left. No, it should be pretty good right there. I just need it to come up just a little bit, but I can't get it to come up. It basically, I think it just cemented itself right there. Well, you know what? Let's get the excess water off and let's have a look at this one. So there's this one. It honestly doesn't look too bad. That's not too bad. It's a little bit lower than it should be. It needs to be just a touch higher. Pretty similar to where this one is. Because that line that's on the top of the J should line up with this gold pinstriping. But, yeah, I don't know. It's, yeah, I can't move it. It's, like, cemented. I'm trying to not mess up the decal, but I am using a decent bit of force. I also don't want to damage the decal either. Maybe you need to have, like, quite a bit of water on the surface. Maybe a lot more than I'm putting on. But there's that one. That one's not horrible either. It's pretty straight. It just needs to be like a touch higher, but I think that one looks okay. I think by trying to push it up so much, I possibly put a couple little dents in the decal, but not too bad. Not too bad. That one on the front is still an eyesore. So now we've got a bunch of small ones. We have one more big one. So this John Player Special goes on the back wing. And it actually faces the back, so it'll go on just like that. This one's probably going to be kind of tricky as well, but we'll try it out. So let's get this cleaned off. We'll go ahead and cut this out. We'll start by cutting it out. That's step number 1. So we'll get this cut. And then maybe I'll try applying more water to the actual car, and maybe that will help it slide around a bit more freely before it like cements itself. But yeah, I definitely don't think I need these extra chemicals that I bought. So I think water definitely just does the trick. But okay, so we've got this cut out right here. There it is, John Player Special. Let's go ahead and stick it in the water. And while that's soaking, let's go ahead and grab a Q-tip. And let's apply some water to the wing. There's kind of like a little pocket, so get some water down in there, and hopefully, because this one's going to be a bit tricky because this one's long and skinny. So this one, that doesn't even look like it's doing, it looks like it's, I don't know, I can't really get the water to stay on. We got a little bit of water on it right there. So hopefully that's enough. There we go. Well, that's going to be too much water. Kind of leave it like that. It's kind of just beating up. But yeah, we'll go ahead and try it. You just, yeah, you've got to have a steady hand for this. I am learning that quick. So let's get the decal out of here. That should be enough time. If I can grab it. There we go. Got to flip it around. This one might be kind of tricky. Here, we'll grab it from this end. We'll try to slide it off from here. Trying to be really careful with this. With this one. All right, let's see. How does that look? No, it's hanging off the edge a little bit, so let's try to move it down and to the right. Oh, no, it just stuck to my finger. Okay, let's, we got it back on there. Oh my gosh, it's not sticking. It's kind of just maybe too much water this time. Oh, come on. There we go, come on. Come up a little bit over here. Come to the left a little bit over here. Oh gosh, this is not going well. Oh my gosh, what is it doing? It just bunched up on me a little bit. It's kind of hanging over that front edge. Trying to get it to come back down. Get it just in the right spot. It needs to come to the left just a touch. I think I almost got it good. Yeah, I think I just about got it. Sorry, I kind of had to take that one off and do it off camera because this one was being a real pain. But I think I've got it. I think I got it centered really nicely. Well, not really nicely, but centered decently on that back wing. It kept wanting to slide off on me. Let's see if I can adjust this right here a little bit. Get it a little bit straighter on here. Just a little bit, maybe. That might be as good as we get it right there. I'm sorry this is taking so long. That might be as good as we get it right there. So, yeah, we got the wing, and yes, it does. The text is in the correct manner. I made sure that it wasn't facing the other way, but the doors both look decent, not too bad. We got the wing. This one really took some finessing to get in a spot that I was happy with. We'll probably cut a little bit of that out, and then obviously I butchered the one on the front hood, but overall I don't think it looks too terrible so far. There's a bunch of small ones left now that I'm gonna have to apply. So we've got these two on the left. I just dropped it. These two on the left, I believe they both go on the opposite sides of this BMW badge. The two in the middle go on this front splitter on either side of the car right there. And then these tiny little things right there say JPS Team BMW, and they go on this back pillar right here in that empty space. So that's going to be, that's going to take some patience, and probably just going to attempt to do that off camera. But yeah, it's safe to say we're not going to do this one because I need more practice. So we'll save that for another time. But yeah, tried out some water slides today. Definitely butchered one, and I have realized that it is not as easy as it looks. So, but we've got the big ones on there. I really wish I would have been able to readjust that one, and maybe you can. I don't know. I'll have to maybe try around with it. I could always remove these and buy another decal sheet, I'm sure. So I probably don't have to replace the whole car if I wanted to redo them. But yeah, we gave it a good attempt, I think. You guys will have to give me some tips down in the comments below. I definitely think I need the tips at this point. So if you guys know anything about water slides, drop it down in the comments below. All right, so this is after the video, obviously. So I went ahead and finished it up. We got big JPS on this side, big one on that side. The one on the hood that I messed up, we've got the two little tiny ones on these back columns right there. And then we've got the two on the back right there. We've got the one on the spoiler, and then the two on the front splitter right there. So it was a really good trial run. Definitely glad that I decided to not go ahead and do the more expensive one because there are some things I'm going to do differently. I'm actually going to buy another one of these and redo it correctly. And definitely do not need these. These absolutely do not need these. I think it made it worse. I went back through with the blue one, which is supposed to like firmly adhese them down to the surface, and after I applied it, it kind of made them cloudy, and it made them just not really look that good, made them cloudy. And then when I put the green stuff on the actual base before putting this one on, it instantly cemented it down. So you definitely don't need that, and I'm not going to be using those anymore. You literally just need water. That's it. Just water. That's how you do it. But we did get them all on. All of them except the one on the hood. I actually got the placement pretty good, I feel like. I was able to, once I stopped filming and kind of did them just freehand where I could actually just pay attention to that, it actually went pretty smoothly. Got them all in pretty good positions, pretty nicely. Obviously the one on the hood, if the one on the hood was a little bit straighter, I probably wouldn't even redo it, but that's gonna bug me a lot. So I don't know what I'm gonna do with this exact model yet, but we did get the decals on it. So definitely a good trial run, definitely some a good learning experience for me. So we'll redo this one. I'll buy another one of these with the decal sheet, and we will probably do this video again, maybe at some point. I'm actually still not sure if I even want to post this one. I might just wait and do it again, and then maybe we'll touch up on this one. But in the odd chance that I do, go ahead and post this one for you guys, maybe just as a trial run. Yeah, that was the end result, and that's what my plans are. So we'll get another one with the decal sheet, and then we'll go slow and just use water and really get it nailed down on them again. So yeah, there it is. Thank you guys for watching.